The flight started as it always did, boring, peaceful, too peaceful, but then a lone red cap, and with it, a silent disintegration that would rip reality apart at the seams. She believed she was in control. She believed she could rein it in. But that passenger, he wasn't ordinary, and what started as a mere clash would leave Kelly McFarland wondering if everything she had thought about power, order, and herself was a lie. It was a morning like there had been thousands. A flight from New York to Los Angeles, passengers boarding with blank expressions and half-tugging carry-ons behind them, the forced cheer of flight attendants ringing out down the tight aisle. Kelly McFarland navigated the cabin with chilling precision. She wasn't just following procedure, she was the procedure. Her authority wore as armor, impenetrable, until she looked at him. Row 14, seat D, clean-cut, mid-40s, with a placid expression, but atop his head wore the red cap, fiery, insolent, vibrating with aggression. Make America Great Again. The letters seemed to throb like a danger signal. She found herself catching her breath. It was not a hat to her. It was a trigger, a threat, a challenge. And Kelly never backed down from a challenge. He sat there, quiet and still, thumbing through a magazine as if everything were fine. That unsettling calm. It skittered across her skin, like he was waiting for whatever snapped within him. "Nice accessory," she finally said, voice crisp, cutting through the air. Her voice was loud enough for surrounding passengers to halt mid-buckle. Trying to make a statement, the man looked up slowly. "It's just a hat." The sentences were plain, but they rang, mocking, cold. In the galley, Kelly fumed. Her colleagues tried to tell her to move on, but she couldn't. Something in her had changed. It wasn't reason anymore. It was instinct, like she was being provoked to do something. She went back, moving heavy as footsteps on a horror movie, each step escalating from the previous one. The man didn't budge. "Sir," she said, her tone now lacking warmth, "that hat is causing a disturbance. I require you to take it off." The man's smile disappeared. Gradually, he folded up his magazine. "Thank you for your concern," he said calmly, "but I'll leave it on." Something snapped in the air. Tension became heavy, almost palpable. Passengers murmured. The air became charged with fear. "You're policy violating," she went on, her voice robotic. "Either you take it down, or you quit." He stood, quiet, unflustered, calm, no argument. That's still compliance. It frightened her, as if he knew something she didn't. When the doors shut behind him, a chilly heaviness crept into her chest. She had won, hadn't she? But when they arrived in LA and the flight terminated, Kelly's triumph soured into something else. Terror. Waiting for her at the gate was a man who did not fit inside the terminal's chaos and din. Mark Donovan, COO of the airline. His face was etched from stone. "We need to talk." No smile, no welcome, just an order. She trailed after, heart thudding, to a chilly back room. The door slam behind her sounded like the slamming of a prison gate. "Do you have any idea who you pulled off that flight?" he inquired. Kelly's mouth went dry. "A bothersome passenger." Mark slapped a folder onto the table like a sword. That bothersome passenger was Jacob Randolph. He's the founder of this airline. The words tore through her like turbulence without warning. Everything skewed. Cold sweat, silence, awareness dawning like a shadow spreading over the soul. "You embarrassed the man who holds your position," Mark said, voice level. "And now, he wants to talk to you, in person." Her legs struggled to keep up as she trailed behind him into the elevator. Up, too high. The floor they arrived at was off, quiet, spotless, as if the air no longer belonged to humans. Glass walls, leather seats, a gleaming table that shone as if it had never known fault, and at the head, Jacob Randolph. No hat, no smile, only eyes, watching her, measuring her. "Sit down, Kelly," he said, too quiet, too motionless. She sat down. "Tell me what occurred." She talked. Words spilled from her like loose teeth. Excuses, convictions. None of it felt true anymore. Not under his gaze. After she was done, the silence was crushing. "Do you know why I fly economy sometimes?" he finally asked. She shook her head. "Watches. See how people act when they have no idea I'm watching. And you, Kelly, you taught me all about it." The room seemed to shrink. "You didn't ask. You judged. You assumed. And you acted not out of professionalism, but ego." Her mouth was open. He held up a hand. "This company cares for every passenger. If you can't maintain that, you have no business being here." Silence. "You have two options. Resign now or stay and complete a comprehensive ethics training program. But let me be clear, I'll be watching." She swallowed her pride. "I'll take the training." He nodded. "Then we're done here." A pause. Then, quieter, deadlier. "One more thing, Kelly. There are no second chances." She left his office like someone walking out of a tomb. The airport was bright. Too bright. Her co-workers wouldn't meet her gaze. The world moved on, unaware that for Kelly McFarland, the flight hadn't ended. It had only begun. And somewhere, deep in the silence of regret, one question clawed at her. How could something as small as a hat almost destroy me?